Obviously very, very disappointed in the loss. Congratulations to DePaul. I know they've been knocking at the door now for about a month with their team. Very, very happy. Coach Holtman's in our league. Does a great job. His kids played hard and deserved to win. So, credit to them. Like, they came into our building. Obviously, our injuries are really catching up to us here. We haven't had our unit on the floor since December 14th. There's no excuses. We didn't stop playing until about the 30-minute mark of the game. So for 30 minutes, we were bullshitting. We missed screens. We missed opportunities. We didn't communicate, right? And again, we had lineups on the floor that we just haven't even had in practice, given the late news we got, with our injuries. No excuses. We got to be better. Again, they made timely shots. Hopefully we can get healthy quick. Again, this was our fourth game in 12 days, and then we have a really quick turnaround again. We got to go to Villanova, so we'll have a quick, scout, walk through, practice Sunday, and then head to Philadelphia to face a team. I don't know if they won or lost today, but we'll be playing on the road. They did win, right? So I got to pick my players up, right? We're beat up. We've lost 4 in a row, right? And we've been there in every single one of them. We could have easily won 4 games in a row, and that's the league. That's the Big East, right? Hopefully we can get to the foul line a little bit more, right? There was some questionable things out there that I didn't agree with, time and score, but that's the way the ball bounces sometimes. We got to do a better job. I thought our kids played hard for 10 minutes. That's it. I thought we played hard for 10 minutes, and that got us into the game, but it didn't get us over the hump, and everything had to work out well in order for us to try to get a win here, right? I appreciate everybody that showed up. A Friday night game I love here. Love the Friday night games. Right now we got to be caretakers of the program right now and make sure our kids feel that it's okay, right? It's okay to fail a little bit, but now we got to respond after losing our 4th effing game in a row. So it's a little disturbing.
And how close do you think both Jaden and Thomas?
I don't know. I really don't. Honestly, I hope they're closer than close. But I honestly don't know, because they're both not there right now.
For both Caleb and Drew, just how challenging is it to try to adjust without a couple guys like that? I know you guys have had guys moving in and out, but to be down those 2 guys, what has that adjustment period been like, and does that explain some of the sluggishness and whatnot in the first 30 minutes?
Yeah, got to figure it out. We got some guys regardless, but just collectively we didn't do our job tonight. But got to bounce back. All that matters is the response. So back to it.
Marcus.
Hey, Coach, you talked about some lineups that haven't been played this year. Did that kind of explain the miscommunications on defense sometimes? Because it seems like there was communications some after the fact, after something was wrong.
In the first half on the screen. We were switching in that situation. We didn't switch. There was some lack of communication. And it's chemistry, when guys haven't played collectively together in competition. We have in practice, but in practice it's more controlled, right? And again, this is also something for players. I always tell them, you never know when opportunity is going to knock. People are going to get hurt. People are going to get sick. Things happen in their lives. And this is a message for all men and women out there that, when injuries happen and things happen, you then gain the trust of your coaches and of your teammate when you're able to go out and perform at a level that wasn't expected, right? We'll give them the Wally Pipp story. You just never know. You just never know when your time's going to be called, and that's where you gain trust from the overall organization. And I thought a couple of our guys responded, but still some left some to be discussed in the coaches' meeting.
And speaking of switches, do you feel like that they hunted out the switch with Malik in the first half? Because it did seem like it was multiple times he got caught under the basket on a big.
It was 2. It was 2. And again, it's you're not going to be perfect when you have 24 hours to try to put a different game plan together. You know what I mean? Overall, we got it to where we needed to with a minute to play, a minute 5 to play, down 2 with the ball. In this situation here, you're missing your top 2 scorers. Right? Again, we haven't had the same lineup since December 14th. That's the last time those 5 guys were on the floor at once with some chemistry. So, yeah, there's going to be some things that don't happen well, and I'm going to have to live with it and move on.
And for you, Drew, a lot of minutes tonight, probably the most you've played since you've been here, and you were producing. Just How did it feel like tonight, just having those minutes and the ability to get into a rhythm?
Felt good, but I was just trying to do my job, trying to do what I could to help the team win when I'm given an opportunity. But it doesn't mean much to me when we lose. So that's the ultimate goal. That's why I play basketball. So it doesn't matter. It'll win.
Let's go right over here.
Hey Coach, Ben Bush from La Jolla. So we went down 21-9 about 10 minutes into the game, and we were shorthanded, but it's uncertain the return for Epson Sorber. So I was wondering, with Villanova coming up, we can't have another half like that. You can't start a game off like that, even if you are shorthanded. What's your plan to prevent that?
Well, I mean, you can't predict what's going to happen. If that was the case, none of us would be sitting here, right? You got to put your kids in place to have success, right? Take away some of their strengths. I think the best thing we can do is communicate better. I thought our overall communication was poor for 30 minutes. And you can see the real defensive Georgetown team showed up the last 10 minutes of the game, and I don't know what we outscored them, but it was really hard for them to see the basket. Like, you got to figure they scored 8 points in the last 2 minutes with under 5 seconds on the shot clock, one of which was game, set, match at the buzzer, right where the kid hit the three. It goes from 2 to 5 after a turnover that we had. So I'm proud of our guys. I'm really proud of our guys. I mean, we have one of the best defensive teams in the country, and it was hodgepodge. It's been hodgepodge since December 14th. So as frustrating as it may be, I can't give you a straight answer with respect to what we're going to do other than what we do and how we do it when we go to Villanova. Hopefully we can learn from the mistakes that we've made.
Coach, talk about your the development of your full court pressure package.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to get into the game, and it looks like you're improving on those multiple pressures.
Yeah, you got to pick your time, and your time and places with it. We felt it was a vulnerable spot, against them, and our energy, the building energy, helped us for sure. I appreciated our crowd today. They helped us more than they know, so I'm very, very grateful for them, and hopefully they're not as discouraged as I am today, right? To come back and continue to support these men. Because even though we didn't win, I thought we played hard. I thought we tried to play together. We just came up short, given that we didn't have some of our mainstays, so to speak, on the floor. Excuse me.
Fielder, you guys kind of struggled with the post entry and the duck ins. What's your role in that? How can you make that better?
I mean, it's on both the passer and the player posting. I mean, we rep that every day. It's just about clearing them out. Fake one to make one, but I mean, just gotta keep working on it. Gotta keep focusing on it. But we're capable. So just straight back to work. Straight back to work. Can't dwell on it. We got a really good group of guys. Gotta get healthy and learn how to get back on the winning side.
Thank you.
Go to John Tizell.
Coach, I was wondering, on Monday, do you or the team have any plans to do anything special for Martin Luther King Day, or because you have a game at 6 o'clock that has to take priority, or anything else?
It was my request through the league to play on Martin Luther King Day. I think Georgetown should play on that day every time in the Capitol, right? Obviously, we can't play on that day because of the political side here, but I think it's just something special and bring light nationally where Georgetown can be a leader when you talk about justice, injustice, and what MLK did to open up opportunities for many young men and women who were underserved and looked at a different way. It's definitely something that I wanted to do, something that the league, I'm grateful for, was able to do. And when you look at the impact that MLK had over many of our lives, the generation of lives, his dream is coming true with me just speaking to you today. So I'm grateful for that, and that puts things in perspective. As pissed off as I am about losing today, I'm very grateful for the sacrifice that many of those civil rights advocates did to give us opportunity when we were held out, when we were told we were less than. My answer to them today is many of you work for us.
Anyone else?
I appreciate it.
Thank you.